ain't do no plan, these red bottoms on no Vans. And she telling all her friends, I might put them on the gram. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan, these red bottoms on no Vans. And she telling all her friends, I might put them on the gram. Wait, baby, wait, hop up in this race. No, this not a date, this a cruise, but don't debate. Wait, it's getting late, think it's past 8. Took to my place, baby, be like some. Wait, call Jake, think I need that. The face, I need to take a break. Wait, but don't be cool, money stupid blue. Boyfriend is a fool, I'm trying to make you comfortable. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan, these red bottoms on no Vans. And she telling all her friends, I might put them on the gram. Baby girl, what you doing? Where your man? 50,000 in Japan. I ain't do no plan, these red bottoms on no Vans. And she telling all her friends, I might put them on the gram.
Yeah, I miss you, but I got no time for that. Yeah, I miss you, but I got no time for that. How could you wish you never play me? Had no time for that. Play me, you got no time for that. How could you move it like you call you back? Leave me alone.
There were two. Time to kick off the NBA Finals here on EA Sports. Game one just about set to go. We're at Wells Fargo Center, where tonight the Philadelphia 76ers playing host to the LA Clippers. Seated next to Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Sixers coming into play. They're rested. They're ready to go. And they'll have home court advantage to begin here in games 1 and 2.
And I'll tell you what, I am looking forward to this series right here. This is going to be a dogfight. We got a couple of teams that match up very well. I can see this one going to length. Yes, 7 games. That's how even these teams are.
Count the basket at the rim.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
And the front court comes Simmons. Just getting going here in game 1. Here comes the screen. Leonard to Simmons. Bledsoe with it up top. Lead is 2. To Embiid. Has a look. Embiid with a shot, no good. To Leonard. Now pass stolen by the Sixers.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Harris's shot won't go. LA Clippers with the basketball. Here's Leonard for 2. The screen sets him up for 2.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas. Or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
And the finish, slam dunk.
An easy 2, get back on defense.
Bledsoe with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. To Bledsoe. Fires the 3. Offensive board. Oh, and a putback.
You see, to a lot of people, it's an oxymoron when you hear the word superstar and the phrase doing all the little things, but that's what the great ones do.
Simmons to the basket, but his shot stays out. Another follow, no good.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
They go down low to Simmons. Oh, Ben Simmons. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
Ball.
Driving right to the basket. Over to the right side. Bledsoe. That's off the side of the rim. No good. To Leonard. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Embiid. Joel Embiid. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of your defense.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Sixers have the basketball. And scores.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
George. To Leonard. Paul George. Has a chance. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Nikola Mirotic at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 80% at the line. Nope, first one does not go. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Bledsoe with it up top. Down by 1. To Embiid. Joel Embiid. 3 for 4. Good start.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Leonard to Williams. Knocks it down from mid-range.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognize how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
Trying to cash in. Not that time. Williams across the timeline. It's a 1-point game. 13-12. Kawhi Leonard gets a look. Can't hit.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Timeout called here by the Clippers as they'll talk things over in a 1-point basketball game. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. George to Leonard. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a 3-point play. No foul.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Allen. 4-3. Not going down here. Horford. To Allen. Layup goes down. Well done.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Williams into the front court. They trail by 1. Paul George to Leonard. Kawhi Leonard looking good, 4 for 5.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
From the painted area, won't go down. Another follow, stays out.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you say that
It's good at the buzzer, and he just managed to get it off before the horn. That gives them the lead after a back-and-forth opening quarter. Jay, in the first quarter, if you own shares of stock in the offenses, you'd make a lot of easy money. There was no defense to start this one.
well, the offense is hitting on all cylinders. Great ball movement, great shooting, great passing. But my goodness, has the defense been horrific. Can we do something about that, please, in the second quarter?
To Paul George. Shot from the lane won't go. To Tobias Harris. Screen coming. Short jumper misses. Offensive board. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Philadelphia with the basketball. To Horford. Not that time. Williams across the timeline. Leads just a point. Leonard to Williams. Wide open look, won't go. To Tobias Harris. The drive, right to the basket, down the lane to lay it in.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Williams into the front court, down a point. To Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Sixers control it. To Embiid. Scores from the post.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Leonard to George. Has a look. Deep 2 there, won't go. Stevenson to Embiid. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Joel Embiid has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 77% at the line. First free throw is good. And he makes them both. Here comes the screen. got the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Bread and butter, and there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Time for some new personnel into the game. To Stevenson. To Tobias Harris. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Easy pad to the rim.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. To Horford. Probing the defense. Let's see what's there. And he hits.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Williams across the timeline. They're down 3. To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Here's Leonard for 2. Rebound Horford. Harris to Stevenson. The pass set it all up.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
To Paul George. Driving right to the basket. Leonard to Williams. Leonard cleans it up. George to Williams. From long range. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Richardson down low for Harris. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Misses the first. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. It's LA Clippers ball. The drive, right to the basket. Joel Embiid pins it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Richardson to Embiid. Joel Embiid. He's now 5 for 6.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Paul George to Simmons. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
To Tobias Harris. Bledsoe. Embiid, good for 2.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Tobias Harris rejects it. Sixers have the basketball. Bledsoe slams it down.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
That one off the mark. It's no good. Deep 3. SHAREfactory at the buzzer. It's halftime here in Game 1. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
It's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports Halftime Report. The 76ers were the dominant team in that first half, without question. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Clippers have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Clippers.
First half stats. Player of the half.
Joel Embiid has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Leonard to George. Oh, Ben Simmons. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Bledsoe. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
To Leonard. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Jumper's good.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Leonard to Paul George. And the nice finish at the rim.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Bledsoe with the basketball. His team leads it by 10. Has a chance. That's no good. To Simmons. George to Leonard. The jumper's off the mark. And the basket good at the rim. Sixers control it. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. To Tobias Harris. For three, Jay, I don't know if you call that the shooter's touch, but they will take it.
Well, essentially, the touch did help the ball go in, Ed. I don't know. I might have to agree to disagree on that.
Simmons with it. Down by 15. And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
You never really want to foul a shooter, but if you do, ensure they're going to have a tough time converting. That's good knowledge of personnel.
Montrezl Harrell, a couple of free throws on the way. Numbers not in his favor, 61% for his career. Can't connect on the first free throw. Good bounce back, hits the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. He throws it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on, but the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Here comes the screen. Shot from in close, no good. To Bledsoe. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Not there for Bledsoe. Defense all over him. Williams into the front court. His guys down big. To George. Short jumper stays out. Down low for Leonard. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
And the finish at the rim.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Paul George. To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard. From the painted area, won't go down. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
There is no recovery, Ed, in particular if the defender does not stay on balance.
To Paul George. Here comes the screen. George. Oh, big finish at the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Brunson. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Lou Williams trying to cash in on a 3-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Whoops, that won't go. Count the bucket for 2.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Clippers have the basketball. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Rises for the slam.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
First one, count it. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
Good shot.
To Embiid. Short jumper off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
I got him. Here we go. Here we go.
Trying to cash in, and he knocks it down, Jay.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level, but that jumper's wet too?
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Paul George to Williams. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Paul George. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5. Deep and a putback slam. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That'll do it. Third quarter complete and a great start for the 76ers. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Bledsoe. Here's a chance from long range. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Here's Simmons with it up top. Down a bundle. Scores from the post.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
Bledsoe with it up top. He'll run the offense. Ben Simmons snatching it out of the air.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Active fans to stay with it. We'll get a jump. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Grayson Allen. To the rim, lays it up and in.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Oh, Ben Simmons. Now 4 for 9.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
To Richardson. Harris. Josh Richardson buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Big finish at the rim. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
To Simmons. Oh, Ben Simmons. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Beyond the arc for 3, Grayson Allen. You know he loves a challenge.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Josh Richardson swats it.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Count it.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
LA Clippers with the basketball. And he finishes at the rim.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Bledsoe, going to launch beyond the arc. He missed his first 4 from downtown. He finally gets a 3 to go.
I'm going to tell you what every shooter thinks after he misses 4 in a row. One has to go in eventually.
Josh Richardson sends it away. That's out. Last touch by Josh Richardson. Time to shuffle things up. Nice pass to get things going.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Lets it fly from long range. Working hard. Slams it home on the putback.
Ooh, really showing no mercy here. This one is out of hand, and the offense is still pouring it on.
Curling inside. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots. 56% for his career. First try at the line, no good. Missed the second one as well. And scores at the basket. Jay, tough recovery that time.
Ed, this is like show and tell back in kindergarten. You show the ball, and then you tell them with the easy leg.
Going back to the pre-K days, Jay. Short jumper won't go down. To Richardson. Bledsoe. With that, he's 5 for 9.
And I love when people are saying, well, he's not an exciting player. I don't need him to be exciting. I need him to be fundamentally sound.
Joel Embiid sends it away.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Sixers have the basketball. Goes to the left side. Richardson. That's off the side of the rim. Short.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
There's the toss. Simmons into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Leonard. Fires the three. He's had a good shooting performance, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough.
Yeah, no one else pretty much helped out. As a coach, I would be irate that nobody helped pick up the slack. Look, one man can never beat 5.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Embiid to Bledsoe. Has a look. God, tough shot. Hand in his face, he makes them pay.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Leonard. Tough shot. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Deep three at the buzzer. Oh, how about that? A 3 at the buzzer, and it's going to bring some icy stares from the other bench. This one is now all over.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers dominated this game from beginning to end. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Clippers lost this game long before the final buzzer. Losses like this become main discussion topics in the media. So hopefully this team is ready to answer the tough questions. It's not going to be fun. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Assists.
The Philadelphia 76ers showed off the kind of team chemistry that coaches love to see from their players. The more they moved the ball, it showed how much they trust each other. In the end, they got to win, and it looked like they had a great time doing it.
Player of the game.
The highlight says it all. He's your player of the game. are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.